ITV, certainly the best.
Morning is always my pleasure with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And also, our second for today via Zoom is Tayemi, also a police festival via Zoom. How are you doing today? Thank you. Okay, basically we are about 9 people in the film. Will be joining the APC. Yesterday we had he finally defected to the APC, and also during the celebration yesterday we saw that the Vice President Kashim Shettima was there with him, and also the Senate President Senator Godswill Akpabio was also there to celebrate with him. According to Diri, Governor Diri, the decision to join the APC was made in the best interest of Bayelsa State, emphasized the need for unity and development. It stated that someone had to take the bold decision, and he did so on behalf of the Bayelsa State people. And also the defection was supported by members of the Bayelsa State House of Assembly, commissioners, and local government chairman. In fact, 23 members of the Assembly report joined him back to APC. And the governor, the deputy governor faced impeachment for refusing to join him, and it of people. Motumba, I'm going to be starting with you. Governor Doye Diri moves from the PDP to the APC has shocked many Nigerians. What do you think motivated defection?
Very critical and be very factual.
Okay.
If you have shocked Nigerian, the understanding they have and their motive before we start talking about them. You can't talk absolute no, and they exhibit characteristics. A typical Nigerian in any elected position in Nigeria, in fact, I don't believe they're elected, in any selected position in Nigeria, with a camouflage of being elected, because we are not doing democracy in Nigeria. We're doing electionocracy. We're doing autocracy. We deploy a lot of militocracy. Because most of our elections even while they are not in office, they still want to continue their nefarious activity. And also, they are characteristic of a swindler. You know, because they don't prioritize what we do, they keep a robust account. You know, they keep money for their next generation.
All right, Otumba, we'll get back to you. Let's quickly get
hear me. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
guest, yeah, me.
Let me ask you a question. If you can hear us. Okay. So the governor said
ITV, ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. Sincere apologies for, those technical hitches occasioned by, technical situation, but not to worry. Our engineers on top of the situation. Before that, I have my colleague Here with me in the studio, Choco from Naya Adegwe. Fifi, how you doing this morning?
Well, great, I would say, with all of the talk about the military intervention of the U.S. and basically the President of the United States, Donald Trump, telling the Air Force wing of the military, the Pentagon, right there, to get ready to basically resuscitate the security situation and what he calls the killing of Christians, the genocide of Christians in Nigeria. I think it's been a heated thing out there.
Arguments,
yes, with a lot of divisions, a lot of people saying this, a lot of people saying that, and it's been in our faces. There's even memes right now that are flying around, a lot of funny videos. I mean, Nigerians being Nigerians, trying to make light of the situation, but it actually is something very serious, and it is staring us right in the face. The security situation being so terrible in Nigeria that the U.S. government now has to come and, should I say, want to butt in or intervene. Of course, there's upheaval. Of course, people have different, diverse notions about it. But the crux of the issue, the crux of the conversation is this. This is the elephant in the room. There is insecurity, rising insecurity in Nigeria. People are not sleeping peacefully in their homes in some parts of the country. So definitely, of course, it is a cause of concern. It's something that our government should sit up about and hopefully nip in the bud.
All right, we'll nip in the bud, but now Trump activating or going to the Pentagon to say, hey, get set to go launch area attack, or you just
there's still the factor of diplomacy, you know. We believe that Trump is doing or saying all of that because of diplomatic ties. Whether or not there's diverse notions, like I had earlier said, about all of this, the fact remains that he just might be concerned for the nation, and there is existing diplomatic ties with Nigeria and the U.S. government. So I do believe that it's something that the two governments, the two presidents can sit yes, they can talk about. Just yesterday, the presidential spokesman, the person of Bayo Onanuga, had come out to say that there's going to be a meeting between the two heads of states, a meeting that was non-existent because now we've not gotten to hear anything about that.
Thank you so much. Before that particular update, you're going to hear more from Ife on the TMI socials. Right now, let's move on to our Lagos Network Center to continue with the discussion about the faction of Dere to the APC.
What is going? Want him to be.
It's a political game. It's a political game. Look, deputy governor don't have any significant role in the constitution. They are the whims and caprices of the governor. Most of they are treated like a servant during the raid. So also some of them do aspire they want to be governor. And every governor has always prevented the opportunity from coming into the position. The question is why? Because of their greed. Because he knows that. Look at how they fought in Edo State. Obaseki. Look at how they fought dirty. The typical make politician not happen to you. Very greedy, selfish, self-centered.
Oh, wow.
If said, what is the purpose of politician in Nigeria? To steal, to maim, and to kill? Amechi said it. And Amechi has spent 24 There's no sincerity of
But this is used.
ITV, certainly the best.
They claim they will rule for 60 years. Greed, that is the greed of most politicians. Greed, perpetuity of their perpetuity. They want to be Alpha and Omega. They are even working against themselves. How do you expect somebody who is working for APC but has still having a stronghold on PDP and they cannot even do anything to him? He's challenging the network. He's part of network committee. He's challenging their authority. He's sponsoring quite a lot of people to their made it and they can't do anything, and you're still saying it's the party. Which party they?
Okay, so we still have the Oyo State governor in PDP. Are you looking at, do you think he's going to defect too?
Makinde will not defect. He's interested in for presidency, but he has a lot of work with. Young man, I'm telling you, Omoluabi Makinde, that is, you know, is the favorite child in our land.
Okay, what about Otumba? What about the? Let's just talk briefly on this. Looking at, like I said earlier, a lot of people are defecting to APC and all. What about the coalition, ADC coalition stuff that was, that was put in place to be able to unseat the ruling president?
ADC is amalgamate frustrated. Who's the them at them right? Today, if you look at the way they are telling my brother, the container economist. You understand? Invariably, they will not have ADC.
Yeah.
And they Obi will believe he said the coalition. He has not done EBC. Is that not so? So his ticket is still headed there. But even the LP, do they have foundation? Are they not functional like? So all the politicians are a committee of jokers who are only interested in position for their selfish interests.
Okay.
I'm not claiming that the present government is doing fantastic. Yes. They're only scratching. But we will bombard them until they do what is right.
Otumba, do you believe there is defection was purely for development reason, or was it more about personal political calculation ahead of 2027?
It is for personal survivor. If anybody is telling you that, if anybody wants to tell you or you want to the truth, not for the yes, is your survivor. After the office, you have, because you want, you cannot do. You watch money with the money. Money. Progress. What more progress do we have in Bai? That's really what is it do that Achiwaju did not give you opportunity to do? What are your expectations from the federal government that you don't have? Remember, you have the capability there. Is that also President Goodluck Jonathan and well, there's nothing we do. If I call the president one, if you are telling Nigeria, I will not accept. Even if you gather together, it's for self, because you have so much money to fight election now. I will say, if any governor that move from one party to the other, let EFCC go and audit. They might not be able to. Let's go to forensic.
Okay, Otumba, moving forward, these defections, that has been going on, do you think is going to be weakening the structures in the maybe state federal House of Assembly and the Senate of these other parties?
Are they really there? Majority, to talk me, they made the quorum in the majority and the stone to a where people who have education only assists the process have thinking ability to even look deep into what they do. Your mandate, we shall stand, continue to manipulate common patrimony. What kind of politician are they?
Okay, Otumba, quickly, before we close this, Messilina, I'm going to deviate from what we have been saying. We have the insecurity issue from the, from the U.S. What's your advice for the presidency? 1 minute, please.
President, don't attempt to go to U.S.
Interesting.
Pure and simple. We have the best of brain of foreign Africa. And look, let's ask the foreign affairs minister of what choose. The minister of state, what are they doing? This foreign diplomacy, also involved
Otumba, thank you. Say now, don't go.
Glad to-
Very much. Otumba.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, Tumba, for calling it so interesting. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jai. It was actually very, very disturbing, for him to join. And we've heard Mr. Otumba. Thank you so much for helping us analyze this particular topic. Let's put our fingers crossed what happened for into election. For the morning, I say.
A very beautiful morning to you. Thank you for joining us on the AM News. I am Lawrence Osifo. The ruling party in Edo State, the All Progressives Congress in Owan West local government area, over the weekend recorded a tsunami defeat against the major opposition party, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, as well as other minor political parties and groups, when notable members of the party defected in their large numbers to the APC. Okide Emia David reports that the new APC members claimed that they were lured to the party by the records gains of human and infrastructural transformation by President Bola Tinubu and the Edo State Governor, Senator Monday Okpebholo, in their short period in office, and the quality care by the leader of the party in the local government area, High Chief Lucky Ohimai, alias Tarex, the leader. The report is presented by Ikpomosa Ugiagbe.
Huge crowd of members of the People's Democratic Party, the Labour Party, the newly formed ADC, AA, NMPP, amongst others, welcoming the leader of the All Progressives Congress to the defection arena and secretariat of the party at Sabongida Ora, headquarters of Owan West local government area. The stretch of the road leading to the local government secretariat in the heart of Sabongida Ora was filled to capacity as jubilant members of the APC rejoiced over the new political alignment. The leader of the new APC members and former member House of Representatives, Right Honorable Johnson Abolagba, addressing the mammoth crowd, said Nigeria and indeed Edo State were on the path of great growth purely due to the astute management ingenuity of the President Bola Tinubu and Governor Monday Okpebholo in line with the SHINE agenda.
I have not come to look for election.
No.
Or to look for appointment. I have come to join the party to build this party.
A national chieftain of the APC and de facto leader of the party in Owan West local government area, High Chief Lucky Ohimai, alias Tares, receiving the new party members with other leaders, assured them of more dividends of democracy, acknowledging that they will be accommodated and aptly integrated.
I don't like loud things and all that, but a time came we have to show them what we are made of.
Other notable PDP members who joined the APC were High Chief David George, Pastor Uwaifo Paul, Venerable Joseph Abaku, and Mr. Ojo Uwadia, as well as a former House of Representatives candidate of Labour Party for Owan Federal Constituency, Comrade Erasmus Ihide. The event was witnessed by other leaders of APC, including former chairman of the council, Honorable Frank Ilaboya, and Comrade Raymond Aruna Osumo. Ikmomosa Ugiagbe, ITV News.
Meanwhile, the spiritual leader and the general overseer of Christ Choosing Church of God International, Senior Apostle David Onuefi, has reiterated a divine warning from the Almighty God that he alone has the power to give life and to destroy those who hate him and follow other gods. Senior Apostle Onuefi made the declaration during his recent sensitization and inspection visit to the Uselu division of the Christ Choosing Church of God International in Benin City. Donald Ehime has more.
Uselu Division of Christ Chosen Church of God International in Benin City was agog with celebration as members of the church in large numbers gave the spiritual leader of the church, Senior Apostle David Unuefe, a warm welcome. According to the man of God, the Lord punishes the iniquity of those who turn away from him, even to the third and fourth generations, because he is a jealous God who will not share his glory with idols. He issued a strong warning to individuals who claim to be believers in Christ, yet secretly engage in idol worship, urging them to repent and return fully to the one true God before it is too late.
My coming here is to bring you back to that covenant of God. For God says, I know the thoughts I think towards you. Thoughts of peace, not of evil, and how to bring you to expected end. Then why are you not more relying on this God? Why do you hear the voice of men than the voice of God? Rely on me, God is telling you, all of you. You know why some families suffer? They don't know God again. What is the covenant? It's an everlasting one. And God said, I am the same God who will punish those that hate me. Even the third and fourth generation. May you not be among those. Let's come back to this God.
The general overseer reminded the congregation that salvation is found only in Jesus Christ, who paid the supreme price for humanity through the shedding of his blood. Beyond him, he emphasized there is no other source of salvation. From Benin, Donald Ehiminyen, ITV News.
And to education matters, where the Nigerian Education Loan Fund says that the student loan scheme has crossed over 1 million applications on its official portal. The organization noted that this marked one of the biggest uptake level for a government-backed social scheme since the start of President Bola Tinubu's administration. NELFund, in a statement by the Director of Strategic Communications, Oseyemi Oluwatuyi, stated that the milestone comes barely 1 year after the program's launch on the 24th of May in 2024, describing it as a proof that the student loan initiative is gaining strong national traction and public trust. It also said that over 116 billion naira has been so far been disbursed to students across universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education in Nigeria, covering institutional charges and upkeep allowances. The managing director of NELFund, Akintude Sawyer, said that the development reflected an impact of President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope policy and a drive on access to higher education. NELFund reiterated that it is committed to continuous process improvement to make sure that every qualified Nigerian student, regardless of their background or location, can access education funding with transparency, efficiency, and dignity. Meanwhile, the governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, has directed the State Police Commissioner to recover all state properties in custody of former Deputy Governor Marvelous Godwin Omobayo, including salaries paid to him. Governor Okpebholo gave the directive on the sideline of an empowerment program for youth across the 3 senatorial districts of the state. Government House correspondent Kingsley Uchegbu has more.
Governor Okpebholo's directive mandated the State Commissioner of Police, Monday Bonika, to recover all property belonging to the state government currently in possession of former Deputy Governor Engineer Marvelous Omobayo. The governor also insisted that monies paid to Engineer Omobayo in forms of salaries and emoluments be repaid into the coffers of the state government.
The last administration had only one Deputy Governor. How many of you believe they had only one Deputy Governor? It's only one. We don't even have fake. The other one, I am telling the Commissioner of Police to recover everything that belongs to Edo State, including salary.
Reacting to Governor Okpebholo's directive, a former Deputy Governor of Edo State, Comrade Philip Shaibu, described the development as a validation of his earlier position on recognition of Engineer Marvelous Omobayo as a former Deputy Governor.
We were actually in the process. I gave them 2 conditions, and the 2 conditions were that from all the vehicles that were supposed to be my official vehicles that were the only first set of vehicles that Obaseki bought. I said the one that I bought with my overhead, which came during the quarrel, which Obaseki took the key the day the purported inauguration, that vehicle, he gave him the key. I bought that car with my overhead. So I said, that car, you have to return it, and you must go back to the same media to renounce what you've been doing.
Comrade Philip Shaibu and Engineer Marvelous Omobayo had last week engaged in a heated argument during a meeting of the Forum of Former Deputy Governors in Abuja over the recognition of Engineer Omobayo as a former Deputy Governor of Edo State at the event. Kingsley Uchebu, ITV News.
And that's the sizable package on the news update for 9:30. I am Lawrence Osifo, thanking you for watching. Up next is TMI Socials, and don't want to join me at noon for the World News. Thank you for watching.
ITV, certainly the best.
ITV, certainly the best.
Good morning and welcome. This is TMI Socials. I am Chukufumnanya Digwe, and here's what's making waves across the social media space. Now, we begin here. Lagos police declare activist Omoyele Sowore wanted over planned Oworonshoki protest. Now, Lagos State Police Command declares a human rights activist Omoyele Sowore wanted on Monday for organizing a protest against the government's demolition of homes in Oworonshoki, which displaced hundreds of families. Authorities justify the demolitions as enforcement against illegal structures blocking drainage channels and stated 1.2 billion naira in compensation was allocated. Now, though residents and activists criticized the process for lacking transparency and adequate support, Sowore dismissed the declaration as overreach, while supporters announced a solidarity rally despite police deployments to prevent this unrest. Now, there is a video trending online where the Nigeria Police Force have actually declared Omoyele Sowore wanted over Oworonshoki protest. Let's get to see that video and then we'll take reactions.
Then wanted for the act of causing disturbance of public peace and an act to commit serious felony by planning and putting all the plan in motion to obstruct traffic on the Tommy Land Bridge, to cause hardship for Lagosians and other Nigerians, and especially visitors who are transiting through this end. We will not allow this to happen. These are the equipment, and we ensure that we are closing in on him anywhere he is. He should be aware that we are closing on him. Willant is doing video, and he couldn't come down. Let him come down. He came down in Abuja. Why is he afraid to come down in Lagos? He should come down. He should come down. Well, wherever he is, he should report himself to the nearest police station because I'm going to arrest him and investigate him and prosecute him. Thank you.
Once again, sir, how many arrests? So,
like I said earlier on, we have made 13 arrests of this miscreant and hoodlum because there's no any reason why this protest must take place. The people who are concerned, who are residents of Oworonshoki, have been paid compensation by government for those who deserve, who are entitled rather to the compensation they've been done. And the people have remained in peace and they've been living in the peace in the community. But it's coming to Lagos to instigate crisis, to instigate violence will not be tolerated. And I want all Lagosians to still go about their lawful businesses without any fear or apprehension. Let him come down, let him put his leg on ground. He's riding in a vehicle and he's making video that police has covered everywhere and he can't come down. It's the same way police cover everywhere.
Now, that's the declaration. And you know what's funny about it is that Sowore has actually reposted that video on his own X platform, and he did caption it, "Wanted." So who's wanted? Anyway, let's get to see the social media reactions as regards this particular story. This one from lawyer Agbola says, "My legal take, if protesting is a crime, Nigeria needs to build bigger prisons. The police cannot stop Nigerians from peacefully protesting. Yes, under the Police Act 2020, the CP can declare a person wanted, but only when there's a clear criminal allegation and the person has refused to honor police invitation or has gone into hiding. The declaration must have a lawful foundation. If the police commissioner genuinely believes that Sowore's protest turned violent and that he has committed or incited an offense, then the commissioner should have invited him first, and it is only when he has refused to honor the invitation that he could be declared wanted. This is not the case here." Well, that is that take. Let's get to hear from another netizen. What are the comments on this saying? Mezier says, "You haven't declared terrorists killing the citizens you're meant to protect like chickens daily. It is a civil society activist who's asking that you do your job that you're declaring wanted. If laziness was a person." Let's get to see another take. Aloy Ejimako says, "Dear hashtag Nigeria Police, declaring someone wanted so recklessly can trigger a deluge of muscular lawsuits for defamation, enforcement of fundamental rights, and even malicious prosecution, especially for a renowned figure like Yele Sowore that is not even a fugitive." He goes on to say, hashtag stand with Sowore. Let's see another comment on this trending story on social media, Benga Omotosho says Lagos CP Olondare Jimo has failed to end robbery of Lagos motorists and road users by touts, but he ordered his men to use tear gas on peaceful protesters. Well, let's see another commenter. This comment says, this video shows how irresponsible, inept, and utterly incompetent members of the Nigerian police force are. They know absolutely nothing about the law they claim to uphold. I hereby declare, who are you? Twe. Well, those are the comments. Let's see if we have another reaction from the social media space. Yes, this one comes from Very Dark Man himself, another activist speaking up on this. He posts a picture, that picture of a terrorist bandit, and then he captions it, Nigerian police declare Shore wanted, while the true son of the soil walks around freely. This is Nigeria. Let's see another comment from the social media space on this trending issue before we move on to take our last story. This one says, a government that fears protest is, at its core, one that fears its own people. Such a government betrays its insecurity about legitimacy. It worries that dissent will expose its weakness, corruption, or lack of genuine support. Instead of relying on trust, it relies on coercion, censorship, and propaganda to maintain control. It restricts speech, monitors the media, and labels peaceful assembly as a threat to national stability. When citizens raise concerns, it responds not with dialogue, but with intimidation, arrests, and force. It equates dissent with disloyalty and insists that to criticize the government is to betray the nation. In doing so, it manufactures an illusion of unity while silencing the very voices that could strengthen it. Well, that is the much we can take on reactions as regards that story. Now, let's take this one from, is it the political space, I would call it, or the entertainment scene? Anyway, this one is at Nollywood actress Regina Daniels has gone public with her distressing allegations that her estranged husband, Ned Nwoko, orchestrated the arrest of her elder brother and sister, and warned that her younger sister may be next unless she returns home and continues a rehabilitation program. She posted, my big brother and sister have been arrested. My baby sister might be arrested soon as well until I return, and according to him, return to rehab. These are the words of Regina Daniels, the wife or the estranged wife right now of Ned Nwoko, actually speaking up about the situation on ground. Let's get to see a very viral video right now of her mother actually confronting the senator. It's a very viral video. She said some things about Regina Daniels actually putting some money into the funding of the political campaign of Ned Nwoko. Let's get to see that video and then we'll take reactions.
If you wanted a crown, you wanted somebody with a high star so they can boost your falling star. You wanted a high star to boost your falling star. I swallowed it, I kept quiet. I was covering you. Now, in fact, you have the same way you went up, you will come down. If you think you can bite the finger that fed you, you will go. People say money. Which money? Which money? Because they are covering you up. Gina will come out by Odogu. You are making it to feel like feel funky. When you are going for election, how much did Gina give to you?
50K.
How much did Gina give to you? $50,000.
$50,000.
That's not the contract I gave to you to support your election. Yeah, people are saying that she's is it choice? And the one I supported you with. All my resources right inside your election. You are because people are saying no because of the gold digger. What digger? Because I cover your shame. Go and see that work.
Well, if you'd agree with me, that's a clear case of trouble in paradise. Now let's get to see how the social media space is reacting as regards this. This commenter says, hypocrites defending Regina that mocked other girls that it's better to cry in a private jet is too weird because she knew what she was going into. Stop forcing everyone to side her because she knows what she wanted. Now let's take just one more comment because of time. Well, this commenter says, in Nigeria, to win a senatorial election is between 1.2 billion naira and 2 billion. $50K is about 75 million naira, meaning the money just purchased the form. What about the remaining 1.9 billion he needed to win the elections? Well, family matter is family matter. For election, $50K is nothing. Oh, really? Well, that's the comment. Does it really take so much to contest and win an election in Nigeria? Maybe that's another discourse for another day. Well, that's where I draw the curtain on TMI Socials today. And from the whole TMI crew, we say a very big thank you for your viewership. We also say thank you to all our guests that joined in from our Benin, Lagos, and Abuja network centers. Thank you very much, and do have yourself a wonderful day ahead. Bye-bye.